Every day, approximately 1,500 flights travel from the US to Europe, with the majority of these flights crossing the Atlantic Ocean along a specific route. This route serves as an invisible highway for airplanes, where they fly in close proximity to one another. The planes maintain a distance of 60 kilometers in front and behind each other, with a lateral separation of 30 kilometers. In terms of altitude, they remain only 1,000 feet above and below each other, equivalent to approximately 305 meters. You may have experienced it yourself or seen videos where multiple planes are very close to each other in the sky. This is especially seen in flights from the US to Europe, where pilots use a specific route known as an invisible highway. However, the question arises, why do pilots opt to maintain such close proximity to each other and stick to this particular route, especially when the sky appears to be empty and the situation seems risky? The concept of an invisible highway for planes was first discovered almost a century ago. In 1920, a Japanese meteorologist named Wasaburo Oishi sent several weather balloons into the sky for the purpose of research. He noticed that there is an invisible force in the sky at an altitude of 30,000 to 40,000 feet, which takes the balloons towards the east at a very high speed. The world did not pay much attention to Oishi's research. However, 25 years later, during World War II, an incident occurred that made the world take the research of the Japanese scientist seriously. In April 1945, a group of 6 friends went on a picnic in the state of Oregon, United States. During their outing, they stumbled upon a large balloon lying in the forest. Excitedly, they attempted to move it, unaware of the danger it posed. The balloon contained a bomb that detonated when disturbed, resulting in the loss of all 6 lives. Similar incidents were reported in various parts of the US during that time. After investigation, it was revealed that these balloons had been launched by Japan from over 10,000 kilometers away, from the other side of the Pacific Ocean. Japan didn't just launch 2 or 4 balloon bombs. They deployed approximately 9,000 of them, with 300 successfully reaching their intended targets in the US. Using Oishi's research, Japan exploited the rapid winds to propel these balloons across the Pacific Ocean to the US. Since then, this tunnel of fast-moving winds at 30,000 to 40,000 feet is referred to as jet streams. Throughout the year, these winds consistently blow eastward at speeds reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour. They are observed not only in the northern hemisphere, but also in the southern hemisphere. These winds form a cylindrical shape, spanning several hundred kilometers in length and 4 kilometers in width. Scientists attribute the formation of these powerful winds to the temperature contrast between the poles and the equator. As warm air moves from the equator toward the poles, jet streams are generated. However, given that air typically travels from the equator to the North Pole, one might expect the jet streams to move from south to north. So the question arises, why do these jet streams travel from west to east? The primary reason for this phenomenon is attributed to the rotation of the Earth. Earth rotates counterclockwise, that is from west to east, at a speed of approximately 1,600 kilometers per hour. In the northern and southern hemispheres, these powerful winds would naturally move toward the poles. However, due to the Earth's rotation, they are forced to travel from west to east. Now let's address our main question. Why do almost all planes use only one path in a day for traveling from the US to Europe over the Atlantic Ocean? In 1952, airline pilots started to take notice of jet streams. Similar to those found over the Pacific Ocean, pilots intentionally started to navigate the aircraft into these jet streams during the journey. This is because the winds, which can reach speeds of 250 kilometers per hour, propel the plane forward. As a result, this increased the airplane's speed, reduced turbulence, and significantly saved fuel as well. When flying back to the US from Europe, pilots opt for a different route to avoid the jet streams. This is because the winds are now in the opposite direction, exerting a reverse effect on the plane. As time passed and the airline industry experienced rapid growth, pilots increasingly utilized jet streams for eastward travel. However, this surge in jet stream traffic posed a significant challenge as it increased the risk of accidents. It became the responsibility of air traffic controllers, ATC, to plan flight routes based on weather conditions to prevent collisions within the jet streams. Typically, radar systems in ATC towers track the positions of aircraft. Using this information, ATC determines the altitude and speed for each plane, ensuring safe separation. However, radar systems have limitations in terms of range. They can only detect aircraft within a maximum radius of 128 kilometers. Therefore, aircraft disappear from radar coverage once they move beyond this range. This poses a challenge for ATC. The vastness of the ocean, spanning thousands of kilometers, poses a challenge for tracking aircraft. To address this issue, aircraft flying over the ocean transmit their positions to control towers every 14 minutes via satellite or high-frequency radio. However, given the potential for accidents within these 14-minute intervals, a new system was introduced in 1965 known as the Northern Atlantic Organized Track System, also known as NAT-OTS. Under the NAT-OTS system, multiple route paths were established for flights traveling between America and Europe. These routes are overseen and managed by 4 main control centers located in the Atlantic Ocean. The first center is based in New York, responsible for controlling this section. The second center is located in Gander, Newfoundland, Canada, which controls this region. The Santa Maria Oceanic Control Center manages this area, while Shanwick is responsible for controlling the northern part of the designated airspace. The NAT system includes 6 designated routes, as shown here. Pilots are assigned one of these routes before takeoff, and in cases of high traffic on a particular route during the flight, they may be shifted to an alternate route. These routes are strategically designed to distribute air traffic effectively, ensuring that aircraft bound for Europe can benefit from tailwinds. Tailwinds are winds that blow from behind the aircraft, pushing it forward and increasing its ground speed. To enhance the efficiency of these routes, the locations of jet streams are monitored twice daily using weather satellites. Based on this information, the routes are adjusted and optimized to take advantage of favorable wind conditions. As shown in this live wind map, the USA is on the left, Europe on the right, and the entire Atlantic Ocean in between. At sea level, the wind speed in the central Atlantic Ocean is approximately 22 kilometers per hour. The white area visible on the map represents the jet stream, which stretches from the USA to Europe. The 6 routes of NAT-OTS are situated within this jet stream. This positioning allows aircraft to maintain their speed, altitude, and latitude according to the conditions of the NAT-OTS routes, even if their location updates to ATC are delayed for 5 to 10 minutes. This explains why aircrafts bound for Europe appear to mostly follow this route. To verify this, let's refer to the live plane tracker. In this segment of the Atlantic, all the planes heading to Europe are traveling along the line, while the returning planes can be seen farther away from the jet stream. From the discovery of jet streams to the implementation of the NAT system, pilots and air traffic controllers work together to ensure safe and efficient journeys. Next time you see planes flying in close proximity, remember the invisible highways that guide them across the skies. Like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with someone who might be interested. Also, subscribe to this channel by activating the notifications to continue learning. Thanks for watching.